Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to The Mixer, the segment on this channel where I give you guys all sorts of detailed analysis on different walks of life, We got science and, astronomy and the arts, entertainment and athletes and sports and animals, nature, blah, 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 blah. And today is a very depressing day for YouTube because, boy, it's rainy. I think this is the first time ever I've recorded a video on a rainy day, but it's not like, heavy rainfall. It's not going to affect the background audio, but still, it's depressing. I'm sad, man. I'm really sad today, dude. It's freaking, I don't know. It just feels weird, It's like I don't know, there's like rain here on my window, and hopefully I'm not too close to the camera, I'm looking there at the visor. I think I'm pretty okay. It's because I have to get a little closer so the lighting doesn't freaking suck. But anyway, guys, so just in case you missed it, I will leave a link to it up here right now. My last gameplay, where I did match point tennis championships, and that was the most fun I've had in a while, and I just really liked it. I'm not going to spoil if I won or lost. Go and watch it later after this video here. And if you came across this video, well, welcome to my very first video ever talking about a tennis player. This is going to be quite a lot of fun, but also a challenge because I chose a player who has so many career accolades to their name, and the very first video ever talking about a female athlete, so I'm also breaking some cultural, some misogynistic barriers here, I guess, if you can call it that. I'm not misogynistic or sexist. I just felt like it was okay. Let's get into it, right? So today I'm going to be covering Serena Williams. I'm sorry if I mispronounced her middle name there. I don't know how to say it, but anyway, she is actually a former tennis player now who recently retired this year after the last US Open, and technically because she started her career back in the mid-90s, in my head, I think that I can say that she had a career that spanned from 1995 until 2022, and this woman was crazy, because she actually was at the top of the ranks for many years. And reading directly from the source here, she was ranked #1 in the world in singles, in the Women's Tennis Association, which is the WTA, for 319 weeks, which is a lot of, well, weeks. Why do they measure that in weeks? Can't they say months or years? Isn't that going to be easier, And out of those weeks, 186 of them were consecutive, which is a joint record, and she finished the year end as a #1 5 times in her career, and she actually has won 23 Grand Slam titles in her career, which still puts her as the second all-time best, because actually Margaret Court, who's from Australia, actually won 24 of them. So yeah, just nearly nudged her out of the running there, But she however, those Grand Slams were singles titles, and they are the most won by any player in the Open era. The Open era began in 1968 when the Grand Slam tournaments allowed amateur players to compete with professional players, So throughout the Grand Slam era there, Serena won the most titles, And I actually have a few other tidbits of info here, Serena was actually the #1 tennis player 8 times between 2002 to, she was the #1 tennis player 8 times between 2002 and 2017, So I think that's a really impressive accolade, although I don't really know how tennis works, but that to me is still impressive, You can't freaking do the thing there. Anyway, when you combine everything that Serena has done in both singles and doubles, she actually has a total of 39 Grand Slam titles, which I think is freaking impressive as hell. And I hope I'm giving you guys the right information here, because I really don't know how this tennis works, But as a professional athlete, she has the most titles won, in singles, doubles, and mixed doubles combined with any other player. So no other tennis player, no other players combined has more titles than Serena individually, when you mix all of these things, And she is also, of course, a 4-time Olympic gold medalist, but that's just rubbing salt in the wounds, right? So hopefully I'm doing everything correctly here. I'm giving you guys the correct information, And now I'm going to take a little break here, to show you guys a clip from Serena doing her thing. I'm going to see if I can maybe put the clips in chronological order from oldest to most recent, But whatever I choose, you guys are going to see it now. Pretty impressive, huh? Oh yeah, baby. Feast your eyes upon the Serena Slam. Not sure what I showed was the Serena Slam. I think that actually happened a few years later. But anyway, so now is where it gets a little tricky. You know, here is going to be the part where I might have to, you know, really pull directly from the source here. I apologize ahead of time if I say something incorrectly or I phrase it incorrectly. I don't know tennis, okay? I have no idea how this sport works, but I'm going to try my best here. Let's talk about her singles career record, okay? Right now, her career record is 858 to 156, which I imagine, you know, based on how other sports statistics work, this means that she has 858 wins and 156 losses, you know, which gives her a ratio of 84.6%, which is really damn impressive if you ask me. And 73 career total, 73 career titles in singles, you know, and she was the highest ranking, you know, in 2002, she was #1, and now her Grand Slam singles results were in the Australian Open, she has 7 wins, okay, beginning from 2003 all the way to 2017, like I said before. In the French Open, she has 3 wins, okay, so in 02, from 02 to 2015, in Wimbledon, which is one of the most prestigious tournaments for tennis, she has, good lord, 7 wins as well, okay, so from 2002 until 2016, you know, between it. Not that they were consecutive, but it was between those years there. And in the US Open, she has 6 wins, okay, and that happened from 1999 until 2014, which, holy freaking crap, okay? And so now other tournaments, you know, like the Grand Slam Cup, she has 1. She has freaking 5 tour finals wins, you know, which is insane. Not even sure how that works, but you know, and I'm gonna get to the Olympic Games later, you know. So now we get to her doubles records, you know. In the doubles, you know, her career record is 192 to 35, okay? So that actually gives her a ratio also of 84.6%. Wow, what a coincidence. The same exact ratio from the singles, you know. And 23 career titles in doubles, you know, so she also played with her sister there, you know, they were actually unbeaten for many years, you know, her sister is Venus, by the way, and also her Grand Slam results, you know, in doubles, she had, in the Australian Open, she has 4 wins, and that happened from 01 to 2010, okay, and in the French Open, she has 2 wins, you know, in 1999 and 2010, so just 2 there, and then in Wimbledon, where she shined the most, you know, she has 6 wins that happened, you know, from 2000 to 2016, okay, so now also in the US Open she has 2 wins in 1999 and 2019, okay, and then other doubles tournaments, there were the tour finals that she won once in 2009 and the Olympics as well, 3, and now the mixed doubles, you know, which is freaking crazy. The mixed, actually not too much, it looks like she hasn't won too much of these. Her mixed doubles career record is 27 to 4, you know, so I'm guessing 27 wins, 4 losses, bringing her ratio up a little bit to 87.1%, okay, and she has won the Australian Open, the French Open, no sorry, this says F, I think F is a, what the hell does F mean? Okay, I think W means win, so you know, she won Wimbledon in 1998 and also the US Open in the same year, and then in team competitions there was the Fed Cup, you know, in 1999 where she won a record 17 to 3, don't know what that is, but she won it, and the Hotman Cup in 2003 and 2008, okay? Remember how I said that she's a 4-time Olympic champion? Okay, well she won her Olympic medals in 2000 in Sydney, you know, doubles, and she won gold, and also in 2008 in Beijing, also doubles, she won gold, and in 2012 in London, singles, you know, she also won gold, and then in 2012 also in London, she won gold again for doubles. Holy freaking crap. Okay, let me take a breather here because this woman has a lot of career statistics, you know, I'm a little out of breath here. Let's take a look at Serena again doing something on the tennis court.
Has not held her serve tonight, which is an amazing stat for someone with such a big serve.
That will help.
Jeez.
Oh, this is just...
That is huge.
brute force.
Alrighty. Hopefully I got something a little bit more recent than the first one. You know, I'm gonna try to make it a whole scale of things. You know, I think that calculating how much information I'm going to fit here, I might be able to put in 3 clips in the video. So maybe one from way back in the day, a little bit more midway through her career, and one more recently, you know. But anyway, so now let's get into a few more accolades, right? So here we go, guys. So she was dominant, you know. She actually she turned pro in 95, and then she won her first major singles title at the 99 US Open. However, you know, from the 2002 French Open to the 2003 Australian Open, she was really dominant, winning all 4 of the major singles titles, you know, and over her own sister Venus Williams in the final. You know, that had to be heartbreaking, you know, because they were coached by their dad Richard Williams for many years. You know, she actually had quite a few coaches in her career, but one of her first ones was her own father. I actually have a list of the coaches here. Her father, oh no, her father still coached her all throughout her career from 94 to 2002. So why are there multiple coaches here? I don't get it. Does that like create a bottleneck or something in training? I don't know. So anyway, after she won those 4 titles, she actually achieved the non-calendar year Grand Slam and the career Grand Slam, which is where we got the origin of the expression Serena Slam, okay? Freaking slamming everybody. So in the next few years, she claimed a few more singles major titles, you know, just climbing up the ranks more and more towards number 1, becoming even more aggressive, you know, with her playing style, you know, which I'm going to talk about later. But then she eventually suffered injury, declined in form a little bit. However, there was a major comeback story because Serena actually really battled through her injuries to come back and play tennis, man. This woman is a testament to just, you know, determination and willpower to drive her, you know. So then in 2007, she started to return to form, and eventually she retook the position of #1 player in the world, which was really impressive, you know. Okay, here we go. A lot of information here. And then she actually returned to dominance beginning the 2012 Wimbledon Championship, which saw her take the Olympic gold medal, you know, in both singles and doubles. She became actually the first tennis player ever in history to achieve a career Grand Slam in both singles and doubles, which was really unprecedented at the time. And she, out of 13 singles majors that she participated in, she won 8 of them, which holy freaking crap, you know. And there were 4 in a row that she won, you know, from 2015 to 2014 to 2016 to achieve her second Serena Slam. Okay, so here we go. Now, she also won 14 major women's doubles titles, all of them with her sister Venus. And like I said before, they were unbeaten in that period that Serena was playing with her sister, you know, because in the Grand Slam doubles finals, nobody could come close to them, nobody could beat them, so they were pretty much, you know, invincible in that area. And their accomplishments also included a non-calendar year Grand Slam, you know, between the 2009 Wimbledon Championship and the 2010 French Open, which gave them the doubles world #1 ranking, you know. So, you know, by themselves, each of them were really freaking crazy, you know, but together they were literally unbeatable, man. You know, you could pray all you wanted, but nobody was gonna win against them, you know. And so, like I said before, she is actually considered to be, you know, one of the greatest women's tennis players of all time. Although, honestly, I think she is the greatest, you know. It's like Sue Bird in the WNBA, you know. It's like nobody even comes close, you know. Same thing with Alex Morgan in soccer. Like, you can't just call them one of the greatest. They literally are the greatest. Nobody has won more titles than Serena Williams, man, you know. And, you know, her technique, the way she played was unprecedented, you know. And actually, her and her sister playing, you know, the arrival of them, the 2 sisters, you know, on the tennis scene, you know, ushered in this whole new era of power and athleticism, you know, with women's sports, you know, and feminism. Like, because Serena being African American, you know, she advocates a lot for people of color, you know. She's very proud of being black. She has said this many times throughout her career. And, you know, she really, really wants to push forward for change, not just for black people, but also women in the sports world, you know. So it's very similar to Sarah Nurse, you know, who plays hockey, you know. She's an advocate for women's hockey, you know, Canadian national team. It's the same thing, you know. So anyway, now Serena herself holds the most combined major, like I said before, right? I said that she has the most titles for singles, you know, doubles and joints. However, now I can actually give you guys a statistic for that, you know. She holds okay, so, oh, here we go. Out of her 39 Grand Slam titles, you know, 23 are singles and 14 are in women's doubles and 2 are in mixed doubles, you know. And she is joint 3rd on the all-time list and 2nd in the open air for total major titles, you know. So just building up on what I said at the beginning of the video. And also, this is where it gets pretty crazy, you know. She is actually the most recent woman player to simultaneously hold all 4 major singles titles, you know, and also the most recent one to win the Surface Slam, which are winning major titles on hard, clay, and grass courts in the same calendar year, because tennis is played on different courts, you know. And so she did this in 2015, and also she, along with her sister, is the most recent player to have simultaneously held all 4 major women's doubles titles, you know, which was in 2009 to 2010. Okay, and now talking just a little bit about the cash, you know, she was the highest paid woman athlete in 2016, earning almost 29 million freaking dollars, which is a lot of cash, you know. And she repeated this in 2017 when she was the only woman on Forbes' list of the 100 highest paid athletes, and on that occasion she had 27 million dollars in prize money and endorsements combined. And she actually won the Laureate Sportswoman of the Year award 4 times, you know. That was in 2003, 2010, 2016, and 2018. And in 2015, she was named the Sportswoman, the Sports Person of the Year by Sports Illustrated, an unprecedented milestone for a woman athlete, you know. And in 2021, last year, she was ranked 28th on Forbes, the world's highest paid athletes list, you know. And she is actually right now the highest earning woman athlete of all time. And to be specific, right now, accumulating all of her prize money from tennis championships, Serena Williams has an unprecedented $94,816,730, you know, which is the first in all-time rankings. Nobody even comes close. Let me take a breather and show you guys the final clip here of Serena doing, well, being Serena. Alrighty, that's going to be the last one for the video. That's going to be the final clip. Now it's just from here on out straight to the outro screen, you know. And hopefully you guys are still with me, you know. If you're feeling lost, don't worry, I am too. I don't know how tennis works, okay. Still getting into it, you know. But now I'm going to have to read directly from the source here on my tablet, okay, because I can't really memorize this kind of stuff. So let's just get into it, okay. Serena Williams' playing style and a little bit of her legacy, okay. She is an aggressive baseliner whose game is centered around her powerful serve and forceful ground strokes, you know, and because of her high-risk playing style, she typically hits a large number of winners and unforced errors, you know, and also her greatest asset is her serve, you know, which is the very first opening move that a tennis player does in a match, you know, and it's actually considered to be the greatest in the history of women's tennis because her serve is very quick and very accurate, you know, so it gives her a chance to do numerous different aces, you know, and a little bit more than that, you know, she's known for her very forceful ground strokes, you know, and they are considered to be 2 of the most powerful shots, you know, in all of the game, and she actually hits with both her forehand and backhand in this open stance, which lets her do these really, you know, powerful, heavy, and dominating ground strokes that are very consistent across her matches, you know, so it's really hard to predict, even though you already know what she's gonna do. And it also lets her generate these really sharp, acute angles with the tennis ball, you know, so basically she can hit a winner from any position on the court, you know. When Serena Williams wants to hit a winner, she's going to. That's basically how it works, you know. And also known for her forehand shot, which has been described as devastating, you know, because her forehand, she hits it with a really heavy tail spin, you know, which makes it really hard to defend. And also, of course, it pretty much lets her, sorry, I got a little lost here. It lets her dominate the rallies, and she's also capable of hitting them cross-court and generate winners, you know, so yes. And her two-handed backhand is just as dominant, you know, so, and a little bit more than that, you know, she has an aggressive return of serve as well, you know. She neutralizes those really strong first serves and attacks weak second serves. So basically, if you're playing against Serena Williams and you show her any inch of weakness, she is going to exploit it heavily, you know. It's pretty much like Kobe Bryant playing basketball, you know. Completely unrelated to this video, but if you want to watch my video about Kobe Bryant that I did, you know, some months ago, just gonna randomly plug that in there for no reason at all, but just a random Kobe video. Okay, so now She predominantly employs a very, very aggressive game style, you know, and she's a really good defender, so she can also counterpunch against aggressive opponents until she creates an opportunity to hit a winner. So it's back and forth like ping pong until she eventually gets the upper hand, you know. And also, this is really cool too, a few other, you know, exceptional qualities of her as an athlete: movement, speed, court coverage, agility, flexibility, balance, footwork, and also on-court intelligence, you know, shot selection, point construction, you know. All of these combined allows her to execute her game style very effectively, you know, and pretty much play perfectly. So a little bit more than that, she also has a lot of mental strength, you know, competitive spirit, and she's actually been described by many athletes as one of the toughest opponents to face on the court, you know. And they actually claim that she is the toughest player of all time in women's, maybe even women's and men's, you know, tennis, you know. So yes, and she also plays really good clutch. And now here we go, because of her exceptional serve, powerful ground strokes, technical mastery, her aggressive return of serve, athleticism, and her, you know, her mental strength in general, she has been described as one of the most complete players on tennis tour, you know, and also one of the greatest players of all time, like independent of gender, you know. So she might very well be better than, you know, Roger Federer or Rafael Nadal, you know, all of those other players, you know, because I mean, dude, you have to take into consideration that she plays so well, that because tennis isn't a sport that's really it's very gender neutral, you know. I think women can play with men and against men, you know, this and that. So I think that when you say that Serena is the greatest of all time, she can go above the men in that aspect as well, you know. So yes, and her favorite surface is clay, but you know, because the slow pace and high bounce gives her a better chance to make points. But anyway, so here we go. Now, she recently retired in 2022, but she doesn't like the word retirement. She considered it more of an evolution away from tennis, you know. And apparently, she played her final match in the 2022 US Open in Wimbledon, you know, although she lost in the first round. And then after her matches, you know, apparently she gave a few interviews explaining her evolution. She is currently inactive right now, you know, and a few other players as well said that she was the main inspiration for them playing, you know, which I think many players can relate to that, you know. A lot of people see her as the inspiration to that, you know. And also, aside from all of that, you know, there is another thing that I can say. You know, she wanted to evolve more, so after playing that, she actually right now, it's not a tarnishing on her record, but I just want to say, you know, after she retired, you know, right now, currently, as of September of this year, she has dropped from number 1 to number 320, you know, on the all-time list, but that's because she's inactive, you know. She's technically not retired, she's just inactive. She's evolving away from the sport to pursue other ventures. So maybe she'll come back. Maybe she'll pull a Tom Brady or something, you know? Because, I mean, well, she's like 40, right? How old is she? She right now is 41. I don't really know if that's old for a tennis player, you know. It is a very physically enduring game, but, you know, I just... maybe she'll come back, maybe she won't, I don't know. But anyway, guys, so I guess that's it. I guess that's all I can say. You know, I'm gonna put my tablet down, take a breather. I've been recording for a little over 20 minutes. You know, maybe in post the video will get a little shorter. I'm sorry if this video came out a little strange. You know, if I felt like I was cheating a little bit, it's because I was. I don't really know how tennis works, and I don't know too much about Serena Williams. But because I just played a tennis game, I wanted to record a vlog about this different athlete that I've never done. You know, with the same kind of style of thumbnail as all the other ones. And I did this video all in one take, you know. I didn't make any mistakes and had to restart. So, you know, it's literally all in one fluid take, which is very rare. Maybe that will give my battery enough juice to record maybe 2 or 3, another 1 or 2 videos right after this. So that's it, guys. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm rushing, because I am. I'm really hungry. I gotta record another video after this and have my lunch. It's literally sitting there staring at me, and I gotta do other stuff as well. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, you know, taking a little break from other sports that I'm familiar with and getting into unfamiliar territory, you know, talking about Serena Williams, you know. And stay tuned, because there will be many more videos about female athletes. This was just the first of many, you know, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and give this video a like, and also subscribe to my channel, because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell as well to know exactly what time I upload, because it's videos every single day now, baby. I'm trying really hard to give you guys daily uploads, you know, and so far so good. It's going well. Hopefully I don't jinx myself by saying this. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the outro screen.